Mostly this stage is serious about the love affair of the person. Too much attachment towards his life partner in any person's life is the major reason or the biggest reason for this. In this state of depression, a person feels helpless and hopeless. Happiness, peace, success, happiness, even relationships become meaningless for that particular person. The signs of dishonesty in the relationship include his aggressive nature, abusing and excessive doubting, during which he feels disappointment, tension, unrest, disinterest everywhere. There are many physical causes of depression as well. These include malnutrition, heredity, hormones, weather, stress, illness, intoxication, prolonged stay in unpleasant situations, back pain, etc. In addition, 90% of patients with depression have sleep problems. According to psychoanalysts, there can be many reasons for depression. It basically depends on the texture of a person's thinking or his basic personality. Depression is not an incurable disease. There are biological, genetic and psychosocial factors behind it. Not only this, depression can also surround due to biochemical imbalance. Due to its excess, patients can even commit suicide. So family members should be alert, and if any member of their family remains silent, spends most of his time alone, talks pessimistic, then take him to a good psychiatrist immediately. Don't let him be alone. Try laughing. According to psychoanalysts, women are naturally more prone to depression than men, but due to unwanted pressures, they can become victims of it. For this reason, it is often believed that depression strikes women early. Conversely, men are often hesitant to admit their state of depression. According to rough estimates, 1 in 10 men and 5 out of 10 women are at risk of depression. Depression is also often caused by a lack of neurotransmitters in the brain. Neurotransmitters are chemicals found in the brain that establish coordination between the brain and various parts of the body. Their deficiency also leads to a decrease in the body's circulatory system, and symptoms of depression appear in the person. This type of depression is genetic. Due to depression, difficulty in making decisions, laziness, disinterest in things of normal entertainment, lack of sleep, irritability or frustration are seen in the person. Anxiety is also a complement to the causes of depression. In its treatment, pranayama in yoga has proved to be very helpful. Sometimes excess irritability, arrogance, bitterness or aggression or atheism and guilt or a tendency towards solitude start developing, or else the person starts turning towards drugs. In such a situation, it is necessary that we consult a psychiatrist. Give a happy environment to the person. Don't leave it alone, and don't do any punching. Encourage his interests, instill confidence in him, and try to find out the reason. If a person practices positive thinking continuously, it can be the only cure for his/her depression or depressive state. People should not think negatively. Nor should one be worried about the fear of failure. Instead of these, always positive thinking should be kept in mind. Whatever will happen will be good. Due to the disease of depression among other members in the house, women also catch this problem sooner because they are more attached to the house than men. Because of this, sometimes they start wanting to commit suicide. Therefore, depression in women is more dangerous than in men. However, in the era of recession and competition, depression is now making the youth a victim too, so efforts should be made that you find happy moments and keep positive thinking. Symptoms of depression: to be constantly surrounded by sadness, feel anxious, bad mood for one reason or the other, have no hope in life, great disappointment, feeling guilty, taking life as a burden all the time and feeling helpless and not being able to do what you want, lack of interest in favorite things, feeling low energy level in the body. Fatigue dominates the body all the time, insomnia, waking up early in the morning or getting too much sleep, constant weight loss due to loss of appetite, obesity due to overeating, suicide thoughts come to mind. Suicide attempt: sometimes your husband stops talking to you. In such a situation, he becomes quite silent compared to other days, they lose interest in fun activities or fun. At this time, they like to be alone, listen to music or read a book. Whenever you ask him any question, he answers it in an irritating manner. You feel that he has started smoking too much. Apart from this, he has also started taking drinks. Depression is such a condition that in the initial stages it does not show any effect on the body, but gradually it covers the whole personality of the person and destroys it. Then its effect also starts on physical health, and eventually the victim becomes frustrated with life and commits suicide. Therefore, it is necessary that first such measures are adopted so that it does not fall victim to it. Despite this, if ever it happens, then the process of its treatment should be started immediately. Let's know 5 such measures that can save you from becoming a victim of depression. Be busy, be cool whenever you move towards sadness or any negative emotion is surrounding you due to some reason, then the first thing to do is to stop thinking about that subject. The best way to do this is to get so busy that you don't even notice it. Continually engage in activities that prove to be inspirational to you. Do things that interest you personally. Do what you enjoy doing. For example, reading books, listening to music, participating in sports, walking, writing or painting, etc. There are hundreds of such tasks in which once you get lost, you will not even know how much time has passed. Also, once you are engrossed in them, negative emotions cannot touch you. Only one thing is needed, and that is to identify your interests exactly. Identify your interests and don't do things you don't like to do. Once you have correctly identified your interest, then also set the goal of life according to that direction. Then it will no longer matter how difficult a situation is for you. Then you yourself will find ways to solve the problems. You will be able to bear the good and bad days as they come, and you will also overcome every obstacle. Avoid the dark. You must have realized that sleep does not come easily in the presence of light. Whereas in the dark, no special effort has to be made for this. Why does this happen, have you ever wondered? Actually, the reason for this is a hormone. This hormone called melatonin is responsible for leading us to laziness, sadness, irritability, restlessness or frustration. First of all, it lowers your body temperature when you want to sleep in normal conditions. Then it makes you lethargic first, then calm and then sleep. But when you are suffering from anxiety or stress, then this same melatonin starts filling you with a feeling of hopelessness. While in normal situations it gives you peace and relief, under stress it creates unnecessarily restlessness, apprehensions, fear and frustration within you. So never stay in the dark when you are feeling yourself suffering from depression. Be in full light. Rather try to stay in a place where there is plenty of natural light. That is, instead of sitting or lying at home, go out and go for a walk. Take time for yourself. Don't take being busy to mean that you forget yourself. Take full care of your health while doing your business or family work. Also, keep pursuing your creative hobbies. Listen to some melodious music or read your favorite books. If you want, go somewhere. Or do whatever is your hobby. Yes, while completing the hobby, keep in mind that your hobby should be creative. Do not try to pursue any hobby which will give negative direction to your energy. Spend a little more time in the bath. If possible, sit under the shower for a long time. This will give freshness. If needed, massage can also be done to eliminate fatigue. By this you will get relief from physical stress, and when the body is relaxed, the way for the mind to be free will open. That's why fun is necessary to drive away depression. Have a balanced diet. Depression is a mental condition in its basic form, and the mind is very much dependent on your body. For the body to remain healthy, a balanced diet is most important. In such a situation, do not take intoxicants at all. Avoid too many sweet things. Sugar and caffeine or alcohol may increase your energy level for a while, but later these things lead to stress and frustration. So avoid such things.
Socialize. You already know that loneliness itself is the root of many diseases. Loneliness is pleasing in 2 situations. 1. When you want to do some constructive work that requires complete concentration and calmness, and secondly, when you want to avoid people's questions, but never fall alone in another situation. This loneliness can even force you to run away from life. Whereas if you are in society, apart from questions, you can also get answers to many of your doubts. So avoid being alone. Hang out with people and have fun.